Look, I'm gonna say it to you. I'm not gonna say it really nice, but the obstacle is the way. Well, Ryan Holiday always says the obstacle is the way. Let's picture like this. In his book, he mentions a king. The king decides to put a big stone on the block in front of everybody where the path goes. Many people pass it, many people will go by it, maybe turn around and go. But the one peasant decides to, you know what? Let me take this out of the road. So he does, he goes into the forest. He picks out a large branch to lever itself off and take the rock off. And what the king has placed underneath that stone was a pot with a bag of gold and a note saying, the path that has the most resistance is the path you should take. And what that means is that in life, you will have path that will literally give you so much resistance that you must continue on that path, because that path is the path. You can't just walk away from it. Let's say if someone put a big stone on top of a bridge, that's your main route, but someone decides to put it there. That main route, would you turn around and go to a different place? Or would you try to take that route, take that stone out, so you're able to continue on that route, right? It makes no sense for people just to stop and just go to a different path. In business, there will be resistance. There will be those times where you feel like it's not working, or you feel like you can give up. But those are the times that are the path that you should take and put more energy onto it so you're able to keep going. I'm gonna say it like this. If you're the type of person to really just ignore everything and just forget about what's in front of you and just do yourself day by day and just live a life of eating on the couch and watching movies, then what are you doing for life? Let me ask you that. What are you doing? Oh, it's a great show, but bro, what's that show gonna provide for you? Just a hit of dopamine? And then what do you feel after? You feel like shit, right? So you need to go into a path that has resistance. It allows you to have like that kind of adventure, that challenge, that feeling of motivation or discipline just to do it. That's why I chose the route of business. And I love it with all my heart because it gives me so much excitement. When something gets in the way, you have to just solve it. And that's what you have to do. You just solve it. You must go and solve. You have to be the problem solver. You have to be the problem solver. And no one's going to help you. Even if you get lucky if someone help you. How would you take on the challenge if you were by yourself to help yourself? Right? And going on the book, right? I recommend people read this because this will literally help you with any situation you have and give you a better perspective on what I'm talking about. So I really recommend reading The Obstacles Away by Ryan Holiday. Probably costs like $13. But to continue on, look, if you want to be someone who's highly successful, who's very energetic, who goes to the gym, who does everything and becomes the best and becomes the true self, then you must realize that life's not easy. You always hear life's not easy, life's not easy, life's not easy. Life's not easy. But what you probably did not know is that when you go on that uneasy path and you go through so much pain, everything else becomes so much easier. It really does, because you're so resilient to all that we've endured, that you're able to just keep going. You have to realize that you cannot live a life of comfort, not live a life of mediocrity. That's what I have to say to you. I'm saying this because I'm an 18-year-old who has a deep vision of what his life is going to become. And I don't know how old you guys are or whatever, but you must realize it doesn't matter the age. You have to go through the challenges. A life without challenges is a life not worth living. There's always going to be a challenge. must endure it, go through it, problem solve, become the mastermind. And you're gonna realize that life will be so much different. You're gonna feel different. You're gonna feel more energetic. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of benefits that are gonna come. You just have to be the one to get up, do the work, go through the suffering, and just keep going. You can't stop. You must go and solve. You have to go through the path and continue on that path, even if something's in the way. You have to. You have to be the one to get the stick, take it out, and keep going. You must. And I'm going to say this to you. You must. You have to. Please. I would love for you guys to do it, because I'm trying to provide knowledge and to help you guys. So hopefully this video helps, and I want you to go out there and fucking take that shit on. Take the challenge on like it was nothing. You gotta be the fucking one to fucking do the work. Alright? Not everybody's gonna be there to help you. You gotta help yourself first.